Hi. Is that a decent volume here? This is a new setup I'm just trying. Just a new setup I am trying. But I'd wondered about this preset. Why is it like that? But I assume if I do that now it's massive. That's interesting. If we go like this. If we go like this and then shrink it down, or is that really just the same scenario? This is impressive. Alright. I mean, I think that's slightly better than it was. Slightly better than it was. What is up, everybody? Hey, Nani, how you doing? Good old Nani. Nani's the shit. We love Nani around here. So I have a student in like 40 minutes, and so I teach it online, this one, and I thought I would show you guys something kind of cool as I'm just like getting prepped, getting my head in the game. I'm actually trying to look for another guitar. I'm turning online, looking online for a guitar. There's a company in town that I typically finance my guitars through that I don't really want to this time, but it's my dream guitar, so I'm trying to find something online, you know? And as we get this office ready for my big play, my big play, it's time. It is time. So I thought I would show you guys something really cool, which is the before and after of what I do to the room in lighting and stuff. Hey, Patricia, good to see you. It's been forever. Welcome. I thought it'd be something really cool. I'll just leave the camera on and I'll show you how I piece by piece do things and stuff. It's just kind of a really fun thing since we're all hanging out together. I did just get my haircut and my beard done yesterday too. So, and I have got a hectic, busy day. It's another one of those days where I wish I had an assistant to help me, because I have these big projects on the go. And, yeah. Antal, buddy! Wow, I just go live randomly and my buddy Antal shows up? Dude, it is good to see you. Ah, so cool, man. Welcome to the live stream, buddy. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, so I figured I'd show you guys how to do that. So I'll do that in just a couple of minutes here. I'll show you what I do and what I click, and the before and after is pretty outrageous, in my opinion. And I'll get to show you guys like why it took so long to set up. I'm not usually a super cool person, but I found out something super cool about Canada. I'm proud of my northern neighbor. You guys are in second place for global equal. Oh, that's cool. I had no idea. No idea. Boo 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 doo doo. I also just found out that apparently Streamlabs doesn't support YouTube chat for me. Like, I can't log in and chat with you guys, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm glad I started using OBS on Viper Chicken because it's making me want to flip that over on the Temple streams as well and just start using OBS, especially considering we don't do the multi-stream anymore. So that's pretty cool. It makes me think so. It is Friday, which for most people it's the end of the week, but for me, I still got 3 days. My days off are Mondays, and I live stream on those days. Shout out to Yurkare, who followed the channel while I was offline. Thank you. Shout out to you, buddy. Shout out to you, buddy. Well, how's your guys' Friday going? Oh! This desk that Ryan built for me is awesome. Just awesome. I love it. I'm finally getting used to it, and we have a decent chair now that the arms fold up so I can play guitar in it. There's going to be a lot more guitar playing streams now, which I'm hyped. I am hyped. So that is going to be something else, gang. That is going to be something else. Yeah. So let me run through. So the first thing about since we started doing live streams was the main camera used to be over here, and I would film this way, which I think it was Nani was one of the original people that pointed out all of the thumbtack holes on this wall to my left right now, which is what prompted Janelle to go nuts on the Renault. That's really cool. I won't spoil the surprise if he comes into the stream. I won't spoil it. That's very cool. Very nice. Blended black and white coffee. Oh, you're gonna have to teach me that. I'm getting into the coffee game a bit, Nani. I know now how to do blooming pour overs or something. I follow this person on TikTok that's like super awesome at explaining how to do these crazy things. And Janelle loves coffee, so um, I'm super into trying to. I'm gonna try the coffee art one day because Janelle's like she thinks I would be able to be really good at it because I like cooking, and which is hilarious because when I got together with Janelle, I couldn't even boil water. So it was really hilarious, and she got me into it, and that's who got me into Gordon Ramsay, and she bought me his classes and his videos, and she recorded stuff on the PVR and all this stuff, and I just got obsessed. She bought me books, and then she would go and work these ridiculously insulting jobs at retail, right? That's just destroying her soul, and she would come home because at this point in our lives, I still wasn't really working a lot, so I was still in school and stuff and she would come home and she's just like, what's that? I'm like, oh, I'm attempting this like roasted chicken with blah 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 from the book. She's like, this smells amazing. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty proud of it, but I didn't quite get the skin as crispy as he had it, but I'll get better at it. And then she bought me these like the brushes, the brushes that like you basically she got me the little cooking brushes that I could butter like brush butter over the chicken or oil or whatever to get the skin crispy. So she would buy me that tool, and she bought me a different pan and then different spatulas, and then it just became a whole thing. So yeah, if you can get me into that, that'd be awesome, Nani. Yeah, Nani, and then it was just, you remember that series, Nani? It was just a nightmare for this Renault. Just an absolute nightmare. Because, of course, we're trying to paint and stuff in winter. So the room is just cold as all hell, and the paint won't dry. But we got it into what it is now, which is really cool. So let me run you guys through how we do it. So what I'd like to do, if you'll indulge me, is I'm going to run you guys through problems and how I learned to solve them. So here we go. In the Netherlands, sitting on the couch enjoying a 15-year-old scotch. Oh, buddy, I recently got into scotches. Yeah, dude. Yeah, scotches and whiskeys. I'm really into whiskey. Let me show you. It doesn't violate terms and conditions to show an alcohol bottle, does it? I can't imagine it does. Let me show you my favorite whiskey right now. I'll be right back. I'll go grab the bottle. Yes, Nani, I gotta fill you in. So I don't drink, but then on my 40th birthday, I decided I would have my first drink because I was surrounded by all my friends and it was a big event. It was my big birthday and my friends that were there, and I said, okay, I'm ready to try this on my own terms now. And it was, yeah. So now I'm super into this one. I don't know if you can see it. There's something about this that the person at the store. By the way, Janelle's working in the other room, and I just went and grabbed my whiskey bottle, and I got one of these. It was really funny. Hey, Carol, welcome to the chat. So this is my favorite whiskey right now. It's a Japanese whiskey because I'm a big fan of many things Japanese, and there's something to do with there's only a certain number of bottles made or something at a time, blah blah blah. So the person at the store told me about this, and I went and grabbed this and thought I would give it a shot, and it turns out to be one of my favorites. Sometimes I'll put it with a little bit of ice in it, but typically I've just been doing it straight, to be honest. Big fan. Big fan. So yeah, let's just put that right there. I'm just teaching lessons with a whiskey bottle today. Hey, little Jimmy, how's your day? That would be hilarious. Also, the end of my career, so that would be fun. That would be fun. Okay, so let me run you guys through how do you like high-end Japanese whiskeys, so I can pick some up next time I do. I'm still experimenting, but yeah, dude. Yeah, I still haven't had sake yet either. I'm waiting because we might go to Japan next year, so I'm waiting for that. But yeah, I love it. Bill, welcome to the chat, by the way, brother. So let me run you guys through how I addressed problems that were aware to me, right? So it was really cool. So the first problem that was made aware to me was the quality of camera I had. And you guys might remember on one of the live streams, that's why I upgraded the iMac I was using. So cheers, my friend. Cheers. So now that was done, we had the camera that could run at a decent rate and frame rate, so that was all good. But then there was a lighting issue. So the main lighting issue that I wanted to get dealt with was what's overhead of me. So because this is an overhead light, that's literally what it sounds like is overhead here. It's not possible to cast shadows in the correct location, so you get this weird, it's kind of bright at the top of my head and the back of my head, but not bright here kind of problem. So I addressed multiples at once. The first thing was what Nani said. We painted the room. We got different displays. And that led to our practicals. So we're going to start with me killing the overhead light. So that's the first thing I did. Boom. Overhead light's gone. And now what happens is it's almost better in a way, because the actual light of the chat and the background and Streamlabs and stuff lights me up in the front more and puts the shadows at the back. This is technically better. I should have also mentioned right in front of me here, which normally you guys would have seen from this angle, is the main window of the room. And then we got blackout curtains for that as well. John Morgan likes to call them the shower curtain days, which is hilarious. The shower curtain days, because one of the first curtains that we had was this really thick, cheap material, because we didn't know if this was going to work out or whatever, right? So now that we've solved this, the next step was to get some practicals going. So then I got this practical first, which led me then to get the PlayStation light. So you guys had this. And I still haven't found a better location for the PlayStation light, so that's why I'm going to leave the watch it go off, at least for right now. And then later on I added the head thing here, so I guess I can add that too. We added the head, and then Janelle got me this cool lamp right here, which is kind of like an Edison bulb thing. And the idea of that is that it would illuminate the back thing, but not super strong. Now you can see the complete difference in everything. But we still have some washout problems with this, and that's where the other two lights from Elgato came in, which I triggered to my Stream Deck, one button, and that's where these came in. And now you've got me in frame, the camera's picking me up better, and you have all of these guys doing their thing. And that's how I solved the lighting and camera issue for the most part. Now, personally, I find this needs to be adjusted, it feels like, which is interesting. So we're going to adjust ever so slightly, because now the key light actually doesn't need to be that strong for that side. There we go. There we go. And now we see it's a much better framing job, lighting job, everything. It's much, much better. That's how I solved the lighting crisis. The audio crisis is still kind of a work in progress, but I've got some long-term plans for it. So we're kind of doing it piece by piece. But this is why, like, the practicals alone, like the cube thing here is $100. The PlayStation light was 110. This bulb was 100. I guess I left one out too. Usually we have the LED light bar that's on the ground. And to get that guy, I did this. Which lights that up, but I haven't really been using him lately because it was too much. But that kind of to light up the back, because again, remember the main camera was usually here going that way, so you get this to light up the back. This is the angle I use for teaching now, because it just makes everything seem homey and relaxed, and kind of puts me in this weird captain's chair of I have access to a mouse right here, but my guitar neck goes this way, where the desk is open, right? Because the L is right in front of me and then goes down the back. You can see here where the PlayStation is. That was Ryan's design when he designed it. Kind of giving me this for an editing suite, which is my natural editing posture for anybody that was in the live stream when I was just editing a video one day. This is the new thing for that. And then I can turn right here where my multi-PC setup is, or multi-monitor PC setup is for the Viper Chicken streams, the Templar Music Academy. Like, all the live stream stuff is typically done from here, with the video editing done for here, because I just prefer Apple's audio and video editing setups. Although part of me is wondering if I should really if I should really learn. Just got a weird text message, one sec. You just if that makes sense. With that, we can see the Watch It Go without the extra glare. Yeah, so the Watch It Go, we're planning to move. It was an experiment, but even that sign was like almost $300 for that, just the Watch It Go sign, because it was a custom built one, right? And you have to use LED tubing, not neon lights, so it got expensive. That's why, like, each light, like, you guys remember, like, the iMac itself was like $4,000, and then that's probably the first really serious frustration that I ran into, because Bill and Nani are like, Nani's amazing. Nani, I owe you so much for stuff that I will not say on stream. You know what I mean. And so for that, you're always really close in my heart for that. And Bill and I weren't really like friendly yet. Like we were friendly, but Bill is much more intimate in my life now than you were before, buddy. And at this moment in time, I didn't have Bill or any of the mods that understood technical stuff on that level. So I had bought this really expensive iMac, and then it didn't work. It didn't solve the problems. We still had the bottleneck issues, the bitrate issues. All of it was really frustrating. And I had Janelle giving me moral support, going like, yeah, it's frustrating right now, but like, think of what you're going to know once you solve all these problems, because you're way too stubborn to give up. So you're going to solve the problems one at a time. I have this, I call it the Christmas dinner philosophy, right? Where like, if you have a plate of Christmas dinner, which we all typically overeat at Christmas, you don't just take the plate and go, blah. And this is my mentality of problem solving, is you take the plate and you eat like a little piece of this and a piece of that and some of this, and you work your way through the plate until it's done. So I attacked my problem that way, which was, hey, maybe the light's different. Or now we've seen this microphone get introduced to the live streams, because I wanted to isolate a microphone without using my interface, because my interface was causing, as you guys remember, it would just, the audio sounded amazing, it was great, but then it would just die randomly, which was the bottlenecking bitrate issue. So that's cool too, right? Um, so there's lots of stuff to consider now. And then we added the key lights. I used to have these different LED lights that I bought on Amazon, which now is at the top of the closet. It's just piled, 2 shelves piled of all these old lights. I just kept buying everything but piece at a time. And something I never thought would happen was Bill was kind enough to send me a headset, which I still don't understand why anyone would do that. But Bill sent me a headset, and I was like, oh, that's really nice. And then it took me about 2 weeks to integrate it to my setup, because I was Christmas dinner, right? So I was integrating into my setup, and then when I did, I'm like, this setup is this like headset is 45 out of 10. This is so amazing, and I use it every stream now. I can't help it. I use it for all the Viper Chicken streams. I use it for the Temple streams. Unreal, and I really dig it. Really dig it. So now the lighting issue is, I'd say, 90% solved. And from there, we're gonna work on the audio issues now, which I think are 60% solved, to the ultimate goal of the live stream, which is just utter insanity. Utter insanity. It also led me to start the YouTube memberships, if you guys haven't heard about that. So that's active now. Like even now, I'm looking at the chat. The chat is insanely delayed, and that's nothing to do with me. But I think YouTube and Streamlabs, they ain't friends, man. They're just not friends. I did not know you're electric engineer by trade. That's cool, buddy. That's cool. I struggled with a scenario the other day, and it's a scenario that I run into a lot. I'll probably talk to you about it off stream, because it's a little weird. Because like you guys know, my music education, I went about my post-secondary education very not traditionally, because it just wasn't an opportunity available to me. I didn't have that kind of money. My parents didn't have that kind of money. I didn't have that kind of money. I certainly didn't have it when I got married, because we got married and I still hadn't started school yet. Like it was something. So, or no, I guess I was in school at that point. Irrelevant. So, hey, Lena. So I went about it a non-traditional way. So I don't have the magical piece of paper, but I have the knowledge from it. Does that make sense? So I sometimes have this imposter syndrome, where we'll hire a new teacher at the academy or something, and they'll come in and they'll have the magical piece of paper, and they'll go and they'll get asked a theory question. It's always a theory question, and the student will ask them that, and they'll give an answer, and I'll be like, "That what? That's not an answer." Or the student will ask something like this, I'll be like, "That what? What are you talking about?" And it makes me be like, well, they have the magical piece of paper. Why don't have the magical piece of paper? It brings that imposter syndrome, because you just assume that the way I went about it is the diluted way, is the assumption that I had. And maybe that's because of the upbringing I had or whatever. But Janelle, who's insanely wise, also said, she says shit like, yeah, but the teachers that you chose to teach you were pretty intense. And of those ones that we're hiring, let's say, that have the magical piece of paper, how many of them still take lessons? And I was like, well, literally none of them. And she's like, and how many lessons do you take? I was like, 2 a week. She's like, well, there you go. You take 2 a week, and you're always teaching at a high number, and you're always helping other teachers teach at high numbers. Because, like, for those of you that, and I'm not trying to impress anybody, but I'm just trying to impress upon you the dramatics of this. At the academy, we have 175 students a week between Tuesday and Saturday. Like, That's 175. Oh, hang on, make sure I'm not lying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just had the 3 yesterday. Yeah, let's call it 175 in 5 days. So do that math as how many per day are rolling through the academy on average. Some days are heftier than other days, right? Across all the teachers, that I'm the dude there answering the percussion questions. If the drum teacher's like, hey, I just got asked a weird question about composition I've never heard. So Janelle's like, you're getting that on top of your own lessons, on top of your own students, on top of managing the team. She's like, you're always in it and you're always asking questions. And if I get stuck, I have uplines of people I ask, and all of this. Yeah, Elena, I'm pretty proud of how we built it, because we built it from, I don't know, I really should tell this story in great detail. Would that make a good video? You guys think I should? I just always thought it was too pedantic and I was bragging like a jackass. That's why I never did stuff like that. I agree with the debt statement, Bill. The room that I'm in right now is where I started the whole academy. You guys, did I not tell that story? Like, this room, as you saw it, before the TV was on the wall in one of the videos, before the shelf was behind me, it was an old school computer I bought with the last of my money from Sears and replaced the hard drive. And I started teaching out of this room. I was taking lessons and studying and doing the school stuff. All of that in this room. And I started with 1 student to 3 students to 5 to I lost them all, to I got to 10 to I lost them all, to I got to 25 to 30 I lost them all, to I got to like over 40 that I was teaching a week in this room. And Janelle said, yeah, that's a lot of people in my living room, can we stop? So we went and rented what's now the academy. Oh wow, Nani. Yeah, that's yeah, yeah, I didn't care about the magical piece of paper. But like Janelle was working 2 awful jobs overtime so that I could do this, and that's why like I talk about her with such brevity and stuff is because of that. And now we built this, and then it was time to. I really wanted to build a YouTube channel because I wanted to talk about this stuff like music and breakdowns, and I thought it was fun to discuss what was going on. And Janelle, I tell the joke. Janelle was like, "I don't care anymore." Tell people on YouTube, and that's not 100% true. But she was like, "Yeah, okay, okay. I don't really care why I like this song." It's yeah, so it's kind of a weird story, I suppose. But now we're here, and now I hope to affect some kind of change in other people's lives, happily, positively. I really hope so, and I just hope that everybody's day is better and we can leave the world a little bit better than the way we found it. Yeah, Lena, I think I'm gonna make a full form. I'd like to make a full form video. I would truly, truly love to do that. Ginger Tornado, yes, I'm retiring that moniker now. Hey, Kristen, good to see you. I'm gonna go with Viper Chicken from now on as my alter ego, where I play games and make offensive jokes while we play the games. What? I don't understand what this means. Yeah, I'll always be the ginger tornado, even when I'm gray and bald. Which seems to be coming sooner than later. Oh my god. This is stress, man. This is stress, man. But yeah, Story of the Academy. That could be fun. That could be fun. It'd be a difficult video to shoot. Join you on the gray side? Yeah, you and me, Bill. You and me, Bill. Well, thank you, Nani. That's very nice. That's very nice. I try and always be honest. I get transparent, I think, is the word when I'm live streaming, and it's been frustrating at times. It's been really frustrating at times, and because yeah, it's been frustrating at times. There's a lot of stuff that happened. Uh, there was a lot of stuff that happened. There's a lot of times I've live streamed and I just got an awful email. There's a lot of times I've been live streaming and got awful emails. There's been times when, I mean, Christ, we went to Europe and I still live streamed. Like I'm not. I'm not. Yeah, I try to be transparent the whole time. If I'm in a bad mood, I'll tell you guys I'm not in a good mood today. This is annoying, or these comments annoyed me, or kind of like the. I've recently put a pause on anything voice play on the channel. It's just because voice play and home free, although are amazing groups in my opinion, like they do great stuff and they seem like they're nice human beings and stuff. Their fan base is brutal. Absolutely brutal. Like some of my meanest, most disrespectful comments on this entire channel came from those groups' fan base. And you would assume it'd be the death metal fan base, is your assumption, right? That's something. Like the email, like I had half a mind, but again, Janelle talked me off the ledge to just post the emails that are coming in that are like, you effing loser this, and you think you're so great because of that. You'll never be anything that Jeff Castellucci is. You're not fit to lick the dog shit off his boots. That was probably my favorite thing that was said to me. I just, like, all because, like, the bit rate of the video was a bit too slow as opposed to the screen capture that I did or something, so they were, like, off kilter or whatever, and I didn't catch it. So you disrespect the artist by putting this subpar quality video out, and I'm unsubscribing, and you can go to hell. And I'm like, wow, guys, wow. Maybe it's time we dial it back a little bit here, okay? Jeff and the rest of voice play seem like awesome humans. Home free all seem like awesome humans. I always feel bad that I forget his name, but Lena, you know who my favorite is, dude with glasses and the beard. Like, I love that guy. He just seems, I just want to give him a massive hug if I ever get the opportunity to meet this guy in real life. He just seems like a wicked human. But every time I posted a video, it was getting worse and worse and worse. So I just went, okay, I'm done. I'm not gonna go down this route because it seems ridiculous. Look at the Ren fan base. You post one Ren video or one Elite Bata video, and they're just super grateful and give you all this backstory and then suggestions of what to do next, which is great. That's what I wanted. But it seemed ever since I did Home Free Fridays, people were like, they started even to email in and go, this isn't good enough to be its own video. You should be posting 2 or 3. And we're like, what the hell is going on here? But, you know, what are you gonna do? So I'm pausing on those groups for a bit, which is probably, you know, I was saying to Daryl yesterday, because recently, I feel like the channel's steam was slowing down, and reactors that started after me and other YouTube guys started after me, they've been like surpassing me significantly now, and it kind of got to me. I was like, oh man, I've been doing this longer, and their numbers are like doubling mine, and so I have a fear that by doing this, it's gonna slow it down again, and then whatever. And I'm still like, I won't tolerate that level of I'm just not going to tolerate it. And my fear is that the defensive DJ is going to come out, and then I'm going to be like, you guys wouldn't like to see the angry DJ, I guess, because then I'll just be, yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun. It's like the DJ that's around if Janelle got smacked by some rando guy or something, or threatened, you know, then you see that one. It's only come out like once, but and I'm not, it's like, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But you know, it's your wife, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. But on a positive note, the idea of this live stream was to show you guys the lighting thing and how I got from the problems that we encountered to how I solved it. Luke, buddy, what's up? Lane, of course, because if you were, you wouldn't be in every bloody Viper Chicken stream. Everyone, Kristen, is that a thing? Oh my God, Kristen! Wow, Kristen, the first ever member of the Templar membership. Kristen, thank you, you wonderful sweetheart human being. Wow. Yeah, Nani, I won't sell my self-respect for numbers, just like I wouldn't sell my self-respect for and Bill. Oh, Bill, you wonderful sweetheart. Thank you, Bill, as well. Yeah, thanks, Lena. If you get a chance to rewatch the beginning of this live here, you'll see that how I pointed out like a thing, and then how I solved it, and then another thing, and how I solved that. And it was kind of my thought process. I might do a longer video on that. I even thought about doing a video showing people how to even do reaction videos, like how I did it. Yeah, Bill, I turned the button on and I tried to do a welcome suggestion or something. I don't know, Luke. Not my specialty, bud. Not my specialty, brother. Guys, this is amazing. I always love just popping in with you guys like this, kind of like unabashed. And that's, by the way, the membership thing, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do, love you too, Nani. Thank you so much. I'm glad, I'm happy as hell that you're back in Discord. I solved the thing, and I know you know what that means. And I'm glad you're back. Yeah, Bill. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday that was not amazing. So I'm with you. We'll get into that. All right, guys. Reach out to me on Discord if you're around. I got to get to this lesson. I love you guys all so much. It's amazing that you guys are here. And I like to do these unabashed, just quick jump-ins. And we're going to do them a lot, especially the membership program. So, guys, if you feel like becoming a member, go ahead and click that button. If you can't for whatever reason, I don't care. I just care that you're here. No matter how you can be here, that's all I care about. And